And I'm gonna get into that as well, as far as like electrolytes and just things that you can take to help with what happens during the holidays. So going down this list really quickly, berberine and milk thistle, so they're both mostly tied to sugar and detox. Berberine specifically helps insulin, both in terms of insulin production and your cell's receptiveness of it, and it stabilizes blood sugar basically by doing that, because it basically helps move the blood glucose, or the glucose out of your bloodstream into the cells so that it can be used. Milk thistle, I feel like most people have heard of this, probably. It's kind of a ubiquitous one. You'll see it in anything that says detox. Milk thistle helps stimulate liver enzymes and detox pathways. ALA, alpha lipoic acid. Again, this is one that you'll probably see labeled on a bunch of things. Again, it's more of a it helps increase insulin sensitivity, so it makes your body more receptive to the insulin and moving the glucose out. It also offers antioxidant defenses too, which this time of year are part of the issue why we get sick, right? Like, how many have gotten like sick over the holidays? Yeah, I just almost get sick all the time, because you're putting things, again, that you're not used to in your body, less healthy things, and then you're indoors around people, you're not moving your body as much, and it just compounds everything. So taking things like ALA, as well as the acetylcysteine, that basically is another liver detox agent. So anybody who is going to holiday parties, which I know are going to start ramping up, not a bad one to have before that. BCAAs. I've had a few of you guys ask me questions about this. The reason I included it here is a lot of them include hydration components. So they'll have coconut water in them, they'll have electrolytes added, but BCAAs stands for branched chain amino acids. The main ones that you'll see in supplements like that are like BCAAs are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And you'll see it in a 2-1-1 ratio. It's not that you can't do it more, but if you see something that's like, it's an 8-to-1 ratio, it's usually just marketing. Like, there's that 2-to-1 is like the most scientifically backed ratio to help maintain energy, muscle, and recovery. So BCAAs are definitely more for fitness, right? But in this case, because you're not working out as much, they can help maintain energy, they can help maintain hydration. They're basically the building blocks for your muscles. Does anybody know what EAAs are, what that stands for? So EAA is essential amino acids. Basically, any complete protein is going to have all the EAAs. So the difference between BCAA and EAA is that it's the whole list of them. The BCAAs are usually just those three. And EAAs, like if you're somebody who wants to retain muscle mass, EAAs are probably the way that you want to go. If you've just worked out or intra workout, that's why a lot of like them in the past it was always have BCAAs after. Now people are, and science is saying, take them during the workout because they can immediately help repair the muscle breakdown that's happening. I won't get into the technical side of that, but that's where BCAAs come into play for the holidays. Just really trying to maintain the gains that you guys are all fit and active. You all have made that commitment. So this can kind of help stem the tide of losing some of the gains that you've had over time. Most of these last ones are all for the family component of the holidays. Friends and family, mood boosting. I'll put creatine up here because for a long time we only knew that as working out. But more recent studies have come out showing really, peer-reviewed studies, the positive effects to your mental health, both from a cognitive memory standpoint, focus and energy, and also mood. They're using it in studies for anxiety and depression and seeing a huge increase. They've used it in studies with older people, and their cognitive retention and their ability to just remember details more accurately increased with the creatine. So throwing that in there because while, yes, it's mostly known for fitness, like I've upped my dosage to about 10 grams a day, and usually most supplements recommend it's like a 5-gram serving. By upping it, I'm very open about this stuff. Like I've like tempered back like my antidepressants, like but not taking as much of my Adderall. Like I've had to use a lot less of the things that I used to use from a pharmaceutical standpoint, just by increasing. Well, I'm sure say just by increasing that, because I also am taking some of these other ones. But creatine is definitely something, unless you have kidney issues, and I mean like severe kidney issues, it's also one of the safest supplements that you can take. Yep.
Last month or so, I've also been hearing that creatine is helpful for sleep deprivation.
It is.
Getting through the day.
Yeah, it's helpful for both sleep deprivation and quality of sleep, in terms of, again, because it's just the mental health side of it. So actually I'm going to jump to glycine and pharma GABA for sleep. Those two things are stress management and positive sleep promotion, especially the pharma GABA. That I had never taken, and it works. It really works. So again, those are two for more sleep and stress. Lion's mane, it's become pretty common. Adaptogen, same thing with ashwagandha. It's a mood boosting adaptogen. And then magnesium glycinate, again for sleep. Helps with sleep. It also helps with muscle recovery and like muscle calmness. If you're somebody like me who cramps a lot, it's helped a lot, especially at night, to calm the muscles down. So yeah, those are ones like through the holiday season. Don't have to do all of them, but just knowing what some of them do, because I feel like a lot of times it's like, oh, this says alpha lipoic acid, and you're like, cool, what does that do? So hopefully now you know a little bit.
Quick plug for Thorne, but like you got to be careful when you buy supplements, because some of like other brands, it won't be cut in a way where your body can process it. So magnesium is actually a really good one to bring out. Like straight magnesium, your body is not able to absorb at the right rate, which means you're not able to get what you need to from it. But in magnesium glycinate, your body will actually process it, so you can get the good benefits you need from that supplement. Yeah,
it's a great point, just on vitamins. Vitamins in general too. Like if you search for activated vitamins, do that search, you're going to find a lot less results. But those are the ones that you want, because they're the most bioavailable for your body. Also with magnesium, it's potassium, that helps absorb it. So having a banana, which is also a great source of fiber, just don't let them get too ripe. Like semi-green, just turning yellow bananas are great for fiber. It's also one of those times for, like with bananas, they can be high in sugar. Now, fruit sugar is not something you guys necessarily have to worry about, but they can be higher in sugar the more ripe they get. So if you can have it in that sweet spot where it's like firm enough that it's like still firm, but not so firm that you can't peel it or it tastes really gross, that's kind of the sweet spot for that. Yeah, any other questions, guys?